What You Want. We are live across the country already so far today. We heard Muse play for us live. The Mars Volta have stopped by for a visit. And the Darkness were just here, and then they've left their little patch on the cushions.
The Lost Prophets are in the green room getting ready to play. The Black Eyed Peas are upstairs preparing themselves for a bit of your questions and James's and mine.
But we didn't just play Metallica there for the fun of it, did we?
No, not at all. I went and saw them last night. I went and saw it second time in a week, and it took me an hour and a half to get to bed because I had all the riffs going on in my head, and they're all blending into one, which was it was an unbelievable show at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. They played for like 2.5 hours. They played like 4 songs off Kill 'Em All. It was just unbelievable. There was circle pits going on. There was crazy moshing action. It
Very
was
special indeed.
Great.
One lucky Channel V viewer is going to jam with Metallica in their band room this Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is who they're jamming with. Lars Ulrich from Metallica.
Good morning. What's happening, man?
This is James.
Hello, Lars. How are you?
Oh, you're over here, mate. Come over, have a seat.
All right. Wow.
Thanks for the show last night.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it was great. But I've noticed the thing, you said just did it just then. I noticed that James Hetfield never spoke, he always spoke in collectives. Metallica's great to be here. Metallica thanks you. There's no me, I, us. Me, I.
Metallica, the greater collective. The individual doesn't matter.
Now, Lars, you're out here
then.
specifically.
All right then.
He's very excited.
All right then.
He's
Come up
very
and say that
excited.
up here.
He's very excited.
He's a very excited young
we've,
man.
We've met a lot of people who are very excited about Metallica being in the country. In fact, some would crawl over broken glass to see you play. Is it still amazing to you that there is such intense fans out there that would do anything to see you play?
It's pretty cool, yeah. It's pretty amazing that you travel halfway around the world and all these people show up to see us play. At my age, it never seems to surprise me that everybody cares so much about what we do. It's pretty cool.
The thing that was different for me is that I felt like I was, every single time you played a new song, I was, I'm 14, putting the needle on a record again. Oh my God. there we are once again. It was great. But you say like now, but how did you feel in, was it 1989 when you very first came to Australia? You played at the Theberton Theatre in Adelaide. What do you remember about that very first time in Australia then?
I've had a lot of cocktails since then. It's a little,
Can you remember it all? I'm in Australia.
I remember, did we play the Horden Pavilion?
Yeah, right there, that building there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And I think that there were a bunch of very excited Metallica fans that went to work on some of the surrounding areas around the venue or something and left their mark, like a dog peeing on a tree or something. I think there was a bit of a story going around in the papers and stuff about the Metallica fans being very excited. Which of course is a good thing as long as nobody gets hurt.
Now, you are out here specifically for the big day out, and it's early days yet. You've still got a lot of dates to go in Sydney and Melbourne and Adelaide and Perth. What are some of the things we can expect from the show, big day out style, as opposed to your theatre show?
Well, yeah, 2-hour drum solo just for you.
Nice, I like it.
Well, it's basically, you know what the spirit of the festival is, and we're trying to play into the spirit of the festival, and it's not so much Metallica coming in and taking over. We're just happy to be one of the bands that are there. We're playing 2 hours, which is about 15-20 minutes shorter than we normally play.
But that's just a 2-hour drum solo, isn't it?
That's a 2-hour drum solo just for him. And we play lots of new stuff, old stuff, borrowed stuff, everything in between. And it's the whole vibe is so cool because there's never any breaks. You just go from one band to the other, and the Strokes end, and we go up and play and do what we do and throw it down. And
have you had a chance to catch any other bands already, just at the Gold Coast?
Yeah, I've seen the Dotsons. I've seen Mars Volta. Mars Volta played a show in Auckland on the day off. They're absolutely amazing. When I saw Mars Volta, it was just, what, I think I'm gonna quit because those guys are just so good. They're playing again tonight, so we're all gonna go see them. They're they're one of the bands that everybody on the tour really loves. And I've seen the Kings of Leon, who I'm big fans of, and I've seen the Strokes, obviously. I saw Muse play the other day. We're very strong, so it's really cool.
By the time you get to Perth, you would have seen pretty much everyone on the set.
That's the plan. And the great thing is that, there are days off, so you get to go to shows on all the days off and see the other bands, so it's good.
Well, we've got you here for a few minutes. We'll try and get some folks on the phone so I can ask you a question, but we're going to play you some Strokes. Is that right?
Please.
12:51.
All right,
Actually,
then,
no,
it's
we've just
Jet.
changed it. It is.
Oh, right.
We're going to go with some Australian music to, have
Sorry.
that bit of Australian feel to the big day out. It's Jet. You familiar with them, Lars?
I'm very familiar with them, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's check
All
them
right,
out
then.
right now. When we come back, we'll have some punter questions for Lars, and you at home can ask Lars a question. Give us a call. Jet on What You Want.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is What You Want live across Australia. I'm Andrew. This is Lars from Metallica.
All right, then.
All right, then.
All right, then.
You backed up very well after a huge show at the Sydney Entertainment Centre last night. You must have played for... Crikey, you went on stage at 9:15, and I think it was well and truly 11:15 by the time you went on stage.
Sometimes it feels a little longer.
So, what song? You must have played 30 songs, 20 songs. What song makes you most proud to play? What's the one that you go, oh yeah?
Which one? Master? I don't know. I kind of like a lot of them. It's always fun when you end the show on Enter Sandman, because it's sort of, it's just a good song to end the show with. It's always, I like that one. Hit the Lights, which we played
Last night.
Yeah, which is the opening song on the first record. That's also fun because it sort of, I guess, brings it full circle,
And it's a grueling task. I'm sure I saw on your tour manifesto. You travel with a physiotherapist.
I'm old.
Aside from James catching fire once and various other maladies along the way, what's the main health issue facing Metallica these days? Your shoulder.
Well, the shoulders and the shoulders and the backs. At our age and being out there and having done it for over 20 years, we do a lot of maintenance.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Can you come back to the hotel and finish that? All right, then.
There's a happy ending if you give him 20 bucks.
Okay, good. What a rub, tuck, and a scrub, right? Something.
Well, I wouldn't know about that kind of thing, Lars. I'm sure many people have waited a long time, though, to ask you some questions in the crowd here, and Jimmy has had to cut his back massage short to ask you.
We'll continue that massage a bit later, though, Lars. One man who got here very early is Tyson. He's a massive fan. Tyson, what would you like to ask Lars?
Lars, I was just wondering, how do you and the other Metallica boys slack up before a big show?
By pretty much doing what he just did. We come down to the show, we do a couple interviews, we have some dinner, we meet members of our fan club, which is pretty much the highlight before the show, and then we all get our backs massaged and our limbs stretched, and then I have some vitamin C and I go up and play a rock show.
And do you have like a practice kit backstage?
We actually have a little practice room where we go in for about 10 minutes and just kind of jam on some riffs or maybe jam on the first song that we're gonna play. Like last night it was Blackened, so we jammed on a couple minutes of Blackened, just get kind of loosened up a little bit.
And there is because you did play such a long time last night, I guess it's kind of like, you think like a band like the Rolling Stones, people would walk away disappointed. Oh my God, they didn't play Brown Sugar. Are there just a core list of songs that Metallica have to play every show?
People are always upset when we don't play Brown Sugar.
Oh, but you know what I mean? Because last night you played for nearly 3 hours and people were still going, play badly.
Well, we play, the thing that we're doing on this tour for the first time is where every night we play a different set list. And so literally like half an hour before the show, I sit down and I write the set list. And we play different songs. Last night we played 5 different songs that we did on the headline show in Brisbane. And we played, I think the Brisbane show, we played 9 or 10 different songs that we did in the big day out in Brisbane. So we changed it. We'll probably throw Battery in tomorrow because we didn't play it last time.
Nice.
That type of stuff.
So playing tomorrow at the Sydney Big Day Out, Saturday at the Sydney Big Day Out, then in Melbourne and in Adelaide and in Perth. You have done so many amazing things in the 20 or so years Metallica's been around.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to achieve? Anything you go, well, I might have a crack at that?
I want to come back and do this again next year.
Right on! Lars Ulrich from Metallica. Catch him at the big day out all the way across Australia. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Thank you.
This is Metallica, the new video, Unnamed Feeling on What You Want.